In the heart of central Queensland's coal country, Rhonda Bleakley and her husband have been running a local petrol station for the last 35 years.
We only planned on actually coming out here for a couple of years when we first moved out here, but it was such a lovely community, we decided, we liked it, and it was a great place to raise our children.
Her son Dan is back in town for the first time in 5 years. He lives in Melbourne and is an engineer by trade, but he's also a passionate climate change activist.
I really care about this community a lot, and I care about the farmers and the coal miners and everyone in this community. But at the same time, I know that we have to change our ways. This region has been quite dependent on fossil fuels for a long time. So once I started learning about the climate crisis, it became quite difficult to try to talk to people about it.
Coal's extremely important for jobs in our region, and what we currently know is just in terms of looking into the future, there's very large projects that have been assessed and approved that will take us into the next century.
The mining sector directly employs 27% of people in Claremont. That number rises to 40% in the Isaac Regional Council. It's the largest coal mining council in Queensland, with 24 operational mines producing more than half the state's coal exports. Despite global pressures on the future of coal, the council still supports the opening of new coal mines.
What I feel is this discussion needs to be a balanced discussion, and we need to be a primary stakeholder in that discussion because we bring a lot of value, we bring a lot of balance to the debate, and this should never be about closing any one industry down.
Coal miner Ashley Reid has decades of work ahead of him, but he's worried about what that will be.
It's very polarising being a coal miner. I guess there is a fear in our line of work that one day we're going to be out of work, and that's a worrying thing for a lot of people, I'd say.
I think there is an intergenerational divide in how people think about the climate crisis. I don't think that climate change and the opportunities that renewables will bring, I don't think that has been effectively communicated to people in regions.
Elena, come on.
Come, Daddy. Good girl.
One of the people struggling with this issue is Dan's younger brother, Tim Bleakley, who works in a nearby coal mine.
It's weird being in the middle, like torn both ways. My family is part of the fossil fuel industry, and my friends all around me are part of the fossil fuel industry. I'm part of the fossil fuel industry, but I've got another part of me that wants to make a change. So if it was up to me, I wouldn't be working in the coal mine, but I need to support my family.
Burning coal every day.
Claremont became a key battleground during the 2019 federal election, when a convoy of anti-Adani protesters, led by Bob Brown, came to town. They were met with stark opposition. The result, a massive swing to Nationals MP Michelle Landry.
Yes, those extremist views, I think are really, there's not as much of that anymore. I really do think there is a realisation in the coal industry community that things are changing.
People are going to be out of work anyway, so why not try and have the backup plan? It's coming. Like, the rest of the world are doing it. They're slowly, weaning off coal. Why can't we start that now?
There's no doubt views here are split, with many still supporting the opening of new coal mines. But as the world moves away from fossil fuels, there's a growing number of people who want to see a long-term plan for how communities like Claremont will cope with a very different future.
People on the ground understand that there's pressures coming on coal generation, but then we don't see any action from government as far as giving them an alternative where the future's heading.
But the federal government denies there's any pressures on the future of coal and says it's committed to supporting coal industry workers who have a long-term future in the region. Dan Bleakley is back in his hometown trying to show those coal miners what a different future might look like by taking them out for joyrides in an electric vehicle.
Whenever you're ready, just plant your foot. Foot flat, floor it. So I think that introducing to people to EVs out here really gives people an idea of how amazing the future can be if we choose to grab it.
She's like a rocket ship.
Took me by surprise at how quick it actually was.
Driving fast cars around to make a point may be fun, but it still hides the deep fractures in this community about the future.
No, I definitely think that the coal industry will continue on and we will need them for a while longer. But there does need to be a change in, getting things ready for what the future is going to hold.
In central Queensland you have a huge amount of technical skills, engineering, you've got boilermakers, diesel fitters, you've got all these skills out here that could quite easily be utilised in other clean tech industries. I think that these regions could be developing clean tech industries now.
People that work in the fuel industry or in the coal industry are just normal workers. They're there trying to earn a living, and that doesn't separate them from the rest of the community.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.